When I tell you that the reading that has been ringing in my mind, read Ezekiel 22 and 23. I didn't even know Ezekiel was also 22 and 23. I opened Ezekiel 22 and 23. I just opened it and I just saw a lot of profanities. How God was cursing out two ladies, two sisters. The first one was a whore. So God was trying to describe how she was just living a very horrible life, and now she was doing a lot of things that she was not supposed to be doing and all of that. I was like, what is my own with this message? And it was like she died a very horrible death, and then her sister started from where she stopped and was even worse than her. But I was like confused, like, Holy Spirit, why? What message is there for me? Because the reason I can see is God cursing them out and saying how, all the things that they did while they were on earth and everything. And then there was a line that stood out to me. God said, while she was still mine, she was whoring around. I'm not even going to lie, that part confused me, because there are some parts you read in the Bible and you'd be like, what's really going on here? Like, but what I could get, what the Holy Spirit tried to, even when you misbehave, it doesn't change the fact that you're God's child. Even when you misbehave, even when you do things you're not supposed to do, because He said, while she was still mine, she was whoring. And mind you, He was not okay with the fact that she was doing that, but He still called her mine, His own child. And the Holy Spirit dropped in my mind, prodigal son. The fact that he was prodigal did not change his sonship. He was still a son, but he had a phase or a time in his life where, he derailed from the purpose of that sonship, or he derailed from the intimacy that he had with his father. And that is one thing that busts my head. I feel like this message is for people that were once close and tightly knitted with God, and they had a profound relationship with God, and something somehow took them away from God, and now they don't feel like they have the audacity, or they are not worthy enough to be God's child anymore because of one thing or the other. I just want to remind you of the woman at the well, the rejected, the persecuted, the one that has been called a nobody. Do you know that she also felt that way? Because if people can see me as that, I am also that. Meanwhile, Jesus Christ, the Son of God, left what He was supposed to do to make sure He went to meet her at the well, to remind her of who she was in Him. And this is just to remind you that no matter what or how you feel about how far you've derailed and how it seems like, you don't deserve the love of God, I am telling you that it is not true.